Hello!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wulff Den Live, episode 93. The spark that will light the fire that will burn down the First Order.
That's from the trailer.
That's a thing that was said.
Did you just hear it?
No, I was like... I like to come into my intros pre-planned, and I knew I was going to say that.
We were just rewatching the trailer.
We were just rewatching
like
the
literally
trailer.
right before we went live. What up, Atten? What up, Conboy? What up? My name's Jeff. Derek, Kevin, Elbardo, Stefan. Hello.
Krista Ashburn, the Wendy's
Christian.
girl. The Wendy's girl. Nice.
The Wendy's girl.
Yeah.
Hanging out with us. Hey, what's up?
Pigeon S, Stephen Butts. Everyone and anyone who is here, welcome.
Hello. So I was playing with the audio because
Yeah.
I keep now we're doing these gameplay streams. Friggin' Sunday Splatoon 2. Don't you forget.
Splatoon 2.
So that's not a dab. So yeah, I was playing around with the audio and it sounds great, the local recording, but if it sounds like it's peaking like crazy on YouTube, if you're watching the archive version, it's not our fault. It's the processing. YouTube processes it and butchers the hell out of it. I'm working on a thing where I'm gonna have the audio like dynamically processed through XSplit, but that's gonna be a whole project. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but hey, welcome to the podcast,
That's right.
live stream, whatever this is.
The live stream and podcast.
Of course, we got a lot of Star Wars to talk about.
We do.
There's other things. There's a lot of Nintendo
There
stuff.
are, yeah.
I have a bunch.
I literally have two other things.
I have.
Plus this one I just...
What are your things? What are your things?
I want... well, one of them you have in the keep already. So
I'm just gonna roll through everything we have, but we're gonna start with Star Wars.
Okay.
Super Mario Odyssey has its first review.
Yes.
That's a big deal.
Yes.
Also, Nintendo is now a bigger company than Sony. Something about the Gameboy Classic
That was
Edition.
one of the things I was going to...
Okay. I see Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Something about microtransactions?
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll get to that.
And Shadow of War?
Yeah,
Download size?
the file size, because it's
Okay.
huge.
But first, we want to talk about Star Wars.
We
That's
do
a
want
big
to talk
deal.
about Star Wars, The Last Jedi. The new trailer came out on Monday night. My wife got home from vacation like an hour ago. She was tired. She wanted to go to bed. But we stayed up and watched this at least 3 times.
So they had it premiered at Monday Night Football.
Yep.
What I do when it's going to premiere is I go to youtube.com/Star Wars and
That's what I
set
did.
the notification so that the second it goes up, I immediately get a notification. I click on it and watch it.
Oh, see, I didn't do that. I just kept hitting Command R to refresh the page every so often.
No, I set a notification. It actually doesn't come up on my phone. It comes up on my computer. It says, hey,
Yeah.
Star Wars trailer, and then I click on it.
That was probably the smarter thing to do.
I know. I'm very
I was mad because, you know, I hit refresh and I saw a new video and it was just, what's her name from the Star Wars show being like, hey guys, it's the poster.
Yeah, I saw that. I watched
Like,
that.
ah!
That video probably got so many. I'm going to look that up.
Yeah. Oh, man. We should talk about the poster because that dropped first.
The poster is great.
The poster is
A lot of people gave a lot of crap to Force Awakens for their poster. If you dig into the Wulff Den archive, you will find a video I do where I analyze the poster of the Force Awakens. The Force Awakens has a good poster.
Yeah.
A lot of people bash it because it's got a lot of lines going in a lot of different directions. It works. It's not conventional, but it works. There's the trailer, the poster reveal. Okay, so the poster reveal has 223,000 views, which isn't that many.
Yeah.
The trailer has 22 million views.
Now, the interesting thing about this poster...
I'm sorry.
Go
In the
for it.
grand scheme of things, it looks like it has almost double the average views, the poster video.
I do want to say about the poster, they're really going all in on the red look of this movie. It's like all red everything with The Last Jedi.
That trailer
Had a lot of red in it.
I mean the planet
Crate.
that's the one where under the surface the red light comes up. It's blue and red contrasting.
Yeah.
And that is a really nice look.
Yeah.
And it signifies Star Wars, you know.
Well, the first poster was very red. The font for the logo was red. This poster's red. It's interesting because I'm wondering if this is the final poster because Star Wars posters all basically follow the same template. But if this is like the final one, then this will be like the first time it's, you know, breaks that mold. because this is red and white instead of just like the starry space background.
I gotta pull it up again. Let me put it on screen.
Yeah. But if for the most part follows the same formula, it's got the one guy huge in the background, then like it gets smaller and smaller, like everybody's there all floating head like.
I like how Luke is freaking huge.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good change from the last friggin' poster where he wasn't even there.
Period.
I hope we get a lot of Luke. I feel like we're going to.
We're gonna get so much Luke.
But I want a lot of Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the big figurehead. Here we got the two lightsabers parallel askew, which is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Leia right smack dab in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the other characters don't really matter.
Yeah.
I think this poster is great.
Yeah.
The white is weird, but I mean different.
Yeah.
You still get a starry background.
You do.
Very little bit.
But not like the way we used to on all the other Star Wars posters.
I think this movie is going to be it's the middle one. It's obviously going to be the Empire Strikes Back-esque one.
Right.
It's going to be the bad guys are going to win. The bad guys are everything's going to go into the bad guys' favor in this one.
Rian Johnson, the director, has said like there are similarities to Empire. People are going to bring that up. I don't have time for that comparison.
Yeah. I mean, even in the trailer, we see a lot of Kylo Ren.
Yeah,
and he's looking like he's doing well for himself.
Yep, with that carbon fiber Band-Aid.
Yeah, so I was gonna say the exact same thing. I think that's why it's so red. We're getting that imagery because this is going to be very dark for the
dark AF.
It's going to be dark for the Jedi. It's going to be not a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why they're going for that look.
Yeah,
but it is going to be amazing, just like every other Star Wars movie.
But the trailer.
As for the trailer,
yes.
Honestly, not too much new.
No, but I think what was there was exciting.
Yeah, of course.
You got to see more of Rey with Luke and like what they're doing, and something that she's doing is like scaring him.
Yeah,
which you're like, what's going on?
I want Luke. I don't want Luke to be a little pussy bitch.
I don't
want
think he's gonna be. I think he's probably has PTSD after what happened. So like he's nervous about what's going on. He's like scared for what the future's gonna be.
It sounds like he's scared that Rey is powerful.
Yeah.
But I want to see Luke drag a TIE fighter out of the sky. That's what I want to see. I want Luke to be kicking ass, and I feel like we're not going to get that. We're going to get like a Yoda character out of Luke.
Maybe. I mean, I feel like he might do like one thing that'll be awesome.
That's what I want.
You don't want him to do it throughout the whole movie.
Right. I don't want him to be like doing backflips, fighting with a lightsaber. Yeah,
you don't want the Force.
But I want him to be like crushing
You don't want him to be like in the Force Unleashed, basically.
Give me one moment. Give me one, but like with the Force.
Yeah. Not 2 hours of it.
I'm the guy who thinks that Yoda should never have had a lightsaber, period.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe when he was like 100 years old.
Yeah.
He was like a teenager.
Yeah.
But like, doing backflips and stuff.
No. Yeah, no.
I mean, Luke is now like Obi-Wan was in Episode 4.
Yes.
So give me that. Like Obi-Wan was a badass.
Yeah.
But Luke more of a badass than Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So give me Obi-Wan times 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want.
We also got to see more of what Kylo Ren is up to. He looks like he's going to try and kill his mom. Complete the circle.
That's like the main thing everybody's saying. I think they just did that for the trailer.
Yeah.
Because I think this is kind of a little messed up. I think that they know that people expect her to die.
Yeah.
Because she died in real life. And they're playing on that for the trailer.
I remember there was a rumor a while back that we didn't see her in the trailer, but Laura Dern's character in the movie.
Who is that?
I forgot her name. She's the one with the purple hair. You remember the Vanity Fair pictures?
I'm gonna look her up.
Yeah, Laura Dern's Star Wars character. She's like a political rival to Leia. There was a rumor a while back that Leia gets injured and then she takes over. Okay. And it's like her leading style is night and day compared to Leia's.
Oh, okay. I see this.
What's the character's name? Does it say?
No, I just typed in Laura Dern Star Wars.
Okay.
Like that hair, though.
Yeah.
So you say she's going to take over for Leia?
Yeah, like fill in her role. That was the rumor, like, months ago. I don't know if it's still a thing.
Do we know if she's a... I feel like she's probably a bad guy.
She works for the Republic, not the Resistance.
That's annoying.
Yeah. Laura Dern, her character is Vice Admiral Holdo.
Holdo. Cool.
But we didn't see her in the trailer. We didn't see Benicio del Toro's character, DJ. We didn't see the character Rose. That's supposed to be a new character. She goes with Finn on his mission. Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't see the planet that they go to, the big casino planet, Canto Bight.
I think we did. I think that there's like a brief second of Snoke, force grabbing Rey, and I think that is the casino planet.
You think so?
Yeah. It looks like it.
Might be.
It looks like where Anakin killed Mace Windu. You know?
Yeah.
Where what's his name turns into the Emperor?
Yeah.
It looks like that. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I hate that. But I think that that's the casino planet.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope we don't get too much of that.
I mean, we'll see. I know, like, that's supposed to be, like, part of Finn's arc in the movie. We didn't really get to see much of him except for when he fights Captain Phasma with the stun baton.
And that is 100% fan service.
Yeah.
Him with the stun baton.
Yeah.
Because everybody was, friggin'
Traitor,
yeah. I was thinking that he was going to flip back to the Empire.
Really?
I was thinking, yeah, because, I mean, all the pictures of him in the Empire thing.
Right. That was like, he's supposed to be going undercover with
Right,
Rose.
that's what everybody assumed.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know, Finn doesn't really have a reason to be with these guys.
Right, but he also...
His motive is like...
His motive was get away from the First Order in the first movie.
Right.
So why would he spend all that time trying to get away from them only to go back?
Maybe they have a better deal now. Maybe they're like, hey, be our inside guy.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Isn't Lando supposed to be back?
Not in this movie.
Not in this one. The next one?
Hopefully. I keep saying the only thing that makes sense, give some of Leia's lines to Lando, have him come in and, like, you know, order the troops around, because he's the only character left with enough weight to fill in her role, because he's from the original trilogy.
Right.
The fans love him, maybe not as much as Leia, but, you know, Leia was a big role model for young girls growing up. Lando was a big role model for African-American boys growing up.
Maybe they can lean harder on Luke, though.
They could do that.
Yeah.
But I feel like Luke and Rey are going to be off doing
We need some
stuff.
Billy D.
We do need Billy D.
He's got to be there at least a little bit.
Absolutely. And I feel like, you know, he can't completely replace Leia and Carrie Fisher's role, but they can certainly have him do most of the heavy lifting.
He blew up the second Death Star.
Yes.
Like, he's an important guy.
Yeah.
Him and, well, we got Need Nub already.
We did
that's
Need
the
Nub
weirdest
already.
thing.
Yeah.
Need Nub was in The Force Awakens, but Lando was not.
So, JJ, if you're watching, which we know you are, we know you're doing episode 9, you have to work Lando in somehow.
Yeah, I think he knows.
Yeah.
You know, right?
He has
right,
to
JJ?
know. People complain, oh, Force Awakens was a nostalgia fest, which maybe it was. But if that's the case...
I wasn't expecting anything different.
Then, you know, bring that nostalgia and bring back Lando.
If it was any better than the prequels, I would have liked it, and it was, so I'm happy. And Rogue One is one of the best Star Wars movies ever made. And that was the last one to come out.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal. We got some cool creatures. We got the little ice dogs that look like cats.
Crystal foxes or whatever it is.
Foxes, that's what it is. The crystal foxes. I think that's not a very practical animal.
No.
They make sounds like they're very hard ice.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about the porgs.
Of course, man.
Rav Bunny says, "May the porg be with you." Fred says, "Casino Planet. ... Camino Planet."
Yeah, man. Porgs are. I'm all in on the porgs. I was from the behind the scenes trailer.
I saw a comic online that was like it was a dude like knocking on some girl's like apartment.
Yeah.
And she opens and he goes, "Hey, did you see that trailer? The porgs are so stupid. It's such a way to sell toys, right?" and she goes, Yeah, yeah, they sell toys, and then it's a shot from inside the apartment. It porgs everywhere.
I did like Kyle Buchanan, the senior editor for New York Magazine and Vulture, when he tweeted, my favorite thing about The Last Jedi trailer is all the new Pokemon. And it was the Porg and the Crystal Fox.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We have a tweet of the week, but I'll do it later.
Yeah.
It has something to do with that. I also, completely off track, Miyazi's reminded me, because she's the one who actually came up with this idea. We have new emotes.
Yes.
You didn't know.
I did not know that.
You did not know that. Don't pretend like you knew that. It's a Will upvote and a Bob upvote. So if you agree with one of us, you do that.
Yeah.
And once we get more sponsors, we'll add downvotes. So if you disagree with us, one of us, you could do a downvote.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, Vanity Fair tweeted. Oh, they put up an article that was like, "Good luck trying to get Rain Johnson to tell you who the Last Jedi is."
Yeah.
And then Rain Johnson just tweeted back and said, "It's Luke."
Well, yeah. He said that. This isn't news. Ryan Johnson did an interview like months ago saying like, it's Luke.
Yeah.
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 It's not news.
I saw it in a Twitter moment.
It was also the scrolling text in The Force
Exactly.
Awakens.
That's the thing. I was fairly certain it was Luke.
Yeah.
Also, we thought it was plural. We thought it was both of them
Well, yeah.
for a long time. But I'm glad it's Luke.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I almost wrote back, it's all going to get ruined anyway. There's going to be all these stupid cartoons and stuff that comes out afterwards that says, oh, look, we just discovered another Jedi at the same time, like right before right before Rey. And just like they did with Clone Wars, just like they did with Rebels, The Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
They just throw in all these other Jedis, and it takes all of the emphasis away from Luke, and that bothers the hell out of me.
Well, I don't necessarily know if it does. I feel like it's...
Luke in Episode 4 is the only hope.
Right. He's the only hope.
So why not just give this task to the kid from Rebels?
Well, we don't know. Rebels isn't over yet.
Right.
It's the last season of
I
Rebels.
hope he dies a horrible
He probably
death.
does. I'm pretty sure Kanan, his master, I'm pretty sure he dies. Pretty sure pretty much all the rebels dies. And then Ezra...
Like, Obi-Wan is sitting there looking over Luke.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he go over to these guys and be like, hey, you guys are doing all this cool stuff. We got to destroy the Death Star and whatnot.
Because they're not the chosen one. Luke is.
Oh, excuse me.
That's... Remember, the whole Jedi thing is like there's a chosen one.
Right.
Someone who will bring balance to the Force.
I understand.
That's why he was looking over Luke and not everybody else.
I understand. But it's a big deal that there's Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Luke.
Yes.
You know? Once you start adding all these other people, it's not as big of a deal anymore. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
And like, you know, they escaped the genocide.
Yeah.
The big Jedi genocide.
Makes sense. I mean, you know, they can't get everybody.
Right.
But
they didn't get Yoda and Obi-Wan. But then you have all these other people all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And then that takes emphasis away from Vader being a huge badass.
Not really. I mean, because Vader's off doing all the other things.
Well, you have I like the Force Unleashed, where Vader is going to murder the last of the Jedi.
Yeah,
and so is his little patsy,
Star Killer.
Yeah, I like that. But you know, he's got to finish his job.
People in the chat are lagging, and I'm lagging too. Are you getting any of that?
Oh God.
Everybody who's currently on Periscope, go back to youtube.com/Wulff Den and watch the new link. Everybody who's currently on YouTube, hi. Thank you all for joining us, and thank you for bearing through all these bad technical difficulties that we're having.
And if you're watching this afterwards, don't worry about it.
Yeah, just don't. If you're listening to this on iTunes, SoundCloud, and or Google Play, you'll have no idea.
I'm going to have to edit it all together later.
All right.
It's a good thing we do local recordings now.
Yes, it is. All right, everybody who's on Periscope, stop being on Periscope. YouTube.com/Wulff Den. Go to the new link and watch Wulff Den live like you normally would. Thank you all for joining. See you next time.
So what had happened was, I don't know. So in XSplit,
Yeah.
I think this. So I tried to stop the stream and then start it again without losing the link.
Yeah.
I think on XSplit, when you stop the recording, it says the recording has stopped. Would you like to stop the broadcast as well? And I always hit yes because I'm like, what does that mean? I think if you hit yes, then you can't rebroadcast to the same thing. You know. Anyway. Hi, guys. Thank you for coming back. A lot of you left, and I was worried that we weren't going to see you again.
According to Meowsies, there's actually a 15-second YouTube delay compared to the Periscope.
Wow.
That's good to know.
That is good to know.
It's a good thing that I've had that Periscope thing. Just keep things rolling just in case.
You should have done Instagram Live.
I should have, but I am. I'm not up on the social media.
You gotta be all over our Wulff Den social media, Will. You're an influencer now.
I am an influencer. Yeah. I'm very influential.
Your video this week, that was a very good.
Oh, thank you.
Very good idea to do Justice League.
Yeah,
very good idea.
Try to keep my finger on the pulse of what's going on.
Try to keep your 2 fingers up there in the pulse.
2 fingers on the pulse. And
2 fingers in the culture to feel it, to wiggle it around in there.
And then 1 in the stink. Now back to Star Wars.
Where were we at?
I don't even.
I was just going on and on about Jedi's,
yeah, and all that stuff. I was trying to Google because I remember The Last Jedi was also the name of a book that came out in 2013. That has nothing. It's part of the Star Wars Legends series, so it was before.
So Disney. Who was the Last Jedi in that book?
Was
that like way in the future though?
I don't think so. No, it was during Order 66.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was around then. Jax Pavin is the last knight around to fight the dark side of the Force. Together with his droid I-5, Jax has eluded Vader time and again, all the while wreaking havoc against the Empire through the underground resistance on Coruscant. But now the rebels leader on the city planet has been captured, and it's up to the Last Jedi to ride again, possibly for one final adventure.
Cool.
Yeah. I know there was also I think it was the Marvel comic called The Last Jedi. Let's figure that out.
I think we're dropping frames again.
Again?
We're dropping frames again. All right, you know what? I'm putting this on Twitch. I've had enough.
Oh, God. After all that talk about this being better than Twitch.
I know, I hate Twitch, but we got to do it, man. Now, I'm streaming at a pretty high bit rate, so streaming to Twitch, I feel like, is just going to clog our pipes a little bit. But
what if you stream at a lower bit rate?
I can't change the bit rate once we start the stream.
All right, well, I'll shut up then.
Gotta love me some YouTube.
Yeah.
The thing is that Twitch does this too sometimes, so it's not like it's just completely out of our hands.
I just refreshed and now everything's
good.
Back to normal.
Yeah, it's just gonna do that.
And it jumped again.
Yeah. That's just gonna happen. There's like nothing we can do about it. It's not our internet.
Yeah.
You know? It's our connection to YouTube. You know? YouTube's doing something. I'm not even logged into Twitch. That's how long it's been since I've been on Twitch on this computer. I'm gonna keep the stream on YouTube. It's gonna be choppy.
Okay.
But we're also on Twitch.
Okay. Are we on Twitch now?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're on Twitch right now.
Okay.
Our Twitch looks like it's doing fine.
All right.
Right? We have people in the Twitch.
So far.
I think the bitrate is much lower on YouTube going to YouTube. Hey, Geek Level Asian, our best friends over there.
Nice.
They're in the chat. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah.
We're trying here. We're in a bunch of different places. Should we also be on Instagram Live?
Should I get my Periscope up? I only have like...
Let's just be on as many things as possible right now.
I only got 21% battery life.
I'm going on Instagram. I'm going on Instagram Live right now.
All right, I'm going on.
You can go on Periscope.
I'm going to go on Periscope.
All right.
All right.
So this is your what do they call it? Second screen experience.
Second screen experience.
You've got 4 screens.
Yeah.
You've got a 4-screen experience going on right now.
Yeah, there we go.
Come on now.
Actually, it should be.
Can I switch the camera? Oh no, we're live.
Yeah.
Switch the camera.
So there you go. I switched the camera.
All right, we're on Instagram now.
We're also on Periscope.
So all of our streams all effed up right now. And so we're streaming in 1,000 different ways.
We are, yeah.
Twitch.tv/Wulff Den, also YouTube.com/Wulff Den. We got streams out the wazoo here.
We got streams for days, son.
What else is there to talk about Star Wars?
I was looking up, there was a Marvel comic called The Last Jedi from like back in the 70s.
Okay.
Well, let me see if I can find it. I'm all.
Wait, on Marvel. So before you talked about how there was a
book from
and then there was a comic.
There was a Star Wars issue 49. The title on the cover was called The Last Jedi. This came out in like 81. So this is.
Keep talking.
All right, I'll keep talking. Plot summary: Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, and the droids take a Y-wing to the jungle planet where they answer a beacon left behind by Prince Denid of Velmore. Denid, his betrothed Lauren, and his friend Jedediah crash landed on this world years ago. Blah 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 blah. Luke is surprised to find that Jedediah, now addle-brained due to injury, was once a potential Jedi Knight. So there you go.
Give me a phone. There you go.
All right, there you go. Close enough.
Now we're in. We got 1 million streams,
yeah.
1.5 million streams.
So go to my Twitter, Wulff Den on Twitter. If you want to see the Periscope, go to Bob's Instagram to see the Instagram live. We are on twitch.tv/Wulff Den, and we are on youtube.com/Wulff Den.
What else you got? Facebook Live? You got.
We could Facebook Live it if we had an extra device.
What else? What's the Russian one? VW?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Does Vimeo do live?
What do you guys want? You should.
Yeah.
You're subscribed to us.
Let us know.
This is your fault.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking it out, guys.
Yeah.
This is a good time. What else could there possibly be to talk about this dumbass Star Wars trailer?
Nothing. I think we've said I'm ready to move on.
The main points are I don't think Leia's gonna die.
Right. You think the bad guys are gonna win?
Yeah, obviously. We like Kylo Ren's carbon fiber scar, and we think I think Finn's whole thing with the laser saber thing was
the stun baton.
Stun baton is fan service.
Right.
And I hope Luke's a badass.
Yeah. There you go.
Moving on. I would ask the chat what they think, but there's 1,000 chats right now.
Yeah.
God help me.
Yeah. All right. Now
Simone Stiggs says the YouTube has been working for the past few minutes.
It has or it hasn't?
Has.
Okay.
Which I was suspecting that, but we got backups out the ass.
We do. We have a lot of backups. We are giving you the choice.
Yes.
It's your right to choose.
Also, I mean, we're gonna have. After this, most people who watch this watch it archived.
Yeah.
They're going to have a great experience.
Oh, yeah.
Theirs is going to be nice and curated, nice and edited.
Yeah.
Anyway, Super Mario Odyssey,
got
its first review, which is insane because it's so early. I had to look to make sure it was even gold, but I don't think they report on that anymore.
Nintendo doesn't really say that. So.
So it got its first review by Edge Magazine. The review comes out tomorrow.
Okay.
I mean, the magazine comes out tomorrow. They held the publishing date. They held putting it out so that because of this embargo,
right?
Which I guess is tomorrow. But this article is from Nintendo Everything, and it reads: Super Mario Odyssey receives first review in Edge, awarded with a perfect score.
Nice.
This month's issue of Edge was originally supposed to be with subscribers at this point. However, the magazine was delayed to accommodate an exclusive embargo, in quotes. Subscribers will have the issue tomorrow, but we're hearing that it's already showing up in stores, and Super Mario Odyssey is apparently on the cover. We don't have any images just yet, but Mario is shown in a white tuxedo. But more importantly, Edge appears to have the very first review of the game. What we know at the moment is that Edge awarded Super Mario Odyssey with a perfect 10. This image from the magazine was snapped, and it's a picture of the last paragraph, and it just says 10. In its history, Edge has given 19 other games a perfect score. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, which was released last year, earlier this year, was one of them. I'd like to go over the other games.
Oh, you have the list.
I have the list of games. It was actually on their Wikipedia, which, by the way, they have a beautiful cover cover picture for Wikipedia.
Yeah.
It's one of their. It's the cover for when they gave the review of Breath of the Wild.
Oh, I see that. Yeah,
and it is beautiful. Let's see if I can bring it up on screen without crashing everything.
I wouldn't risk it.
It's right there. Anyway, there it is. Looks great. Edge Magazine's got a nice little Link swimming. So the other titles that got a perfect 10 out of 10, they are.
I have it up here too.
Super Mario 64.
Okay.
Which,
yeah.
Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I guess they were revolutionary.
People love Gran Turismo. Yeah.
At the time, it was like a big deal. Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. You know my feelings on that.
Yeah.
But again, 1998.
Also, too, like, everybody gave that game a 10 out of 10.
That's true.
So it's not surprising.
Halo Combat Evolved. That, my friends, is a revolutionary game.
That is an 8 out of 10 game. Halo 1.
You're an idiot.
It is not. No. I recently played it, like, not too long ago. Like, actually,
it definitely has not aged well.
It has not.
Definitely.
It absolutely has not.
I think it deserves a 10 out of 10 strictly for the control scheme.
Except for
set the bar for all first-person shooters.
Except the driving missions.
Okay.
The driving missions are absolute trash on fire on top of another trash fire.
Because Super Mario 64, I would say, by today's standards, even though it came out that long ago, not a 10 out of 10 game. But when it came out, it was a big deal.
Yeah. I would put Super Mario 64 over Halo.
Okay.
That's just me.
Half-Life 2.
Absolutely. That game still holds up.
Yes. Absolutely. Halo 3, which is interesting.
Probably plays better.
The Orange Box, which
again,
of course.
Same thing, yeah.
Super Mario Galaxy, which when that came out, I was like, no way, this is 10 out of 10. And then I played it, and it was absolutely 10 out of 10.
Absolutely.
Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yes.
Little Big Planet, which I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. The second one's better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Bayonetta.
That's
I
surprising.
still have to play. Everybody keeps saying Bayonetta is 10 out of 10.
It's not a 10 out of 10, but it's very good.
Super Mario Galaxy 2.
That's the one everybody gave a 10 out of 10 to.
This is the most interesting one. Rock Band 3.
Okay.
Why? Why not 1 or 2, but 3?
Probably
3 is the one that killed the franchise.
Probably because, in terms of pure gameplay perspective, 3 is the best one. It plays the best. It's the most full featured. It has, every single song. It has keyboards if you want to play keyboards. It's got 3-part harmony. It is, before 4 came out, which I think, I haven't played 4, but 3 was the best Rock Band. Just from a pure, technical and gameplay level.
Had the keyboard.
That
was the big thing about it.
Right.
It was Rock Band 2 with a keyboard.
Right, but the keyboard, when you got down to it, was optional. You didn't need it. There were extra songs that used the keyboard, but if a song didn't have a keyboard, you can use it, as a second guitar or bass.
Right.
So,
we got Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword, which does not deserve to be on here.
No.
Nope.
I remember a lot of magazines will give that a 10 when it came out.
I think people just see Zelda and they're like, "Oh, the best thing ever."
Yeah.
The Last of Us absolutely deserves that. Grand Theft Auto 5, which, you know what? I think it deserves that.
Yeah, that is hands down the best Grand Theft Auto game.
Yes, I agree. Mm-hmm. Bayonetta 2.
I didn't play the second one, but imagine if they think it's as good as the first one.
Bloodborne. A lot of people love this game.
Yeah.
I don't know 10 out of 10, but whatever. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. I think it deserves it.
Yeah.
And Super Mario Odyssey.
I like at the bottom. In contrast, only 2 titles have ever received a 1 out of 10. Kabuki Warriors and Flat Out 3 Chaos and Destruction.
The hell's Kabuki Warriors?
I don't know, but it sounds awesome.
I clicked on the Wikipedia.
Oh, I remember this game.
I don't.
Yeah, no, this came out. I remember when this came out. It was supposed to be a big deal, but it was not. Yeah, I remember here. It was an early original Xbox title. I knew people who had it because it was one of the first games you can get for the original Xbox.
I'm looking at the chat right now.
Yeah. Which one?
Geek Level Agent says YouTube is working. Oh yeah, I guess I gotta look at all of them now.
Yeah.
Nick Gragu says the perfect Mario. We got our viewership split.
Yeah.
We had 100 before, now we got 60 watching on YouTube and 40 watching on Twitch. I bet you a lot of them are watching both.
Yeah.
So basically, Super Mario Odyssey is among one of the great Mario games, which I am not surprised. Of course, they're gonna put their best foot forward.
Yes.
What else do we got? Oh yeah, let's plow through some more news.
Yeah.
Nintendo is now a bigger company than Sony.
Yes, explain this to me.
I'm pulling up the article now. This is not a good website. dailystar.co.uk.
Okay.
Great news for Nintendo Switch, but should Sony PS4 fans be worried? Probably Which is the most clickbaity title I've ever seen. But you know what? Whenever we do this, I wake up in the morning and I go news.google.com and I type in Nintendo.
Yeah.
And this is what came up. Nintendo has today surpassed Sony on the stock market.
Okay.
I guess this is the UK stock market? Actually, no, they're doing it in USD. So this, according to industry analyst Sirkin Todo, who notes that Sony's valuation on current market capitalization stands at $46.3 billion. Nintendo, $54.6 billion. I'm not going to read the rest of the article, but let's note that this isn't Sony Games. This is Sony, the entire company. Right. So this includes their TVs, their cameras, their computers, all the VAIO stuff. Nintendo, the game company, is bigger than Sony Electronics, period, across the board.
That's crazy.
That is a huge deal.
Yeah.
Now, the reasoning for this is probably because Nintendo is so old. They've just had money accumulating in the banks for over 100 years. But also people are like, right before the Switch came out, everybody's like, oh, they got to be real careful because the Wii U, they have no money now. They're going to go bankrupt after this. It's terrible. If they had another Wii U, if they had another console that bombed, they'd still be fine. A lot of this money is from the Switch, but the last couple years they were in the red. Yeah. And they pulled out of it. They pulled out of it with Amiibo. That pulled them out of it the first time. And then they pulled out with the Switch. They have enough money in the bank to make failures, to have failures. Yeah. And they do that for these times when they have something that breaks through, like the Switch. Mm-hmm. I think it was Colin Moriarty who was like, they have all this money in the bank, but, you know, it could all go real fast when something bad happens. But, like, they have so much money.
Right. And they seem like the type of company that knows, when they need to reinvent themselves and try something new to get more money, pretty much.
Sony is so big. Yeah. That is such a big company.
Like, I'm continually surprised at, like, all the things that Sony does. Yeah. Like, what they make, what they release, the services they provide. Like, when I used to work, in post-production, we would send tapes to Sony for them to, produce and then bring us back, the final masters on. Right. So they have things like that.
Right. Nintendo's fine. Yeah. Nintendo's going to be fine. Mm-hmm. But what this means is my Nintendo stock's doing great.
And that's what matters.
That is what matters the most. Yeah. Now I'm just looking at the chat. We got too many chats.
We do have a lot of chats.
Viper says stock value is only a statement of what investors think the company is worth. That is true. Yeah. That's a good point. But a lot of times it's pretty, I don't want to say it's exactly what the company's worth because it's not. But, if that's what investors think they're worth, then that's what they're worth. Yeah. Pretty much, It's not what they have in the bank, I guess, which is what I said before, which is not true, so don't listen to me. But, they're worth a lot. They're worth a lot to investors. Yeah. If you invest in them, if you buy stock now, people think it's just going to grow up. Yeah. And I would have to agree with them. And that's not just because I'm a big Nintendo fanboy. I know when they screw up.
Yeah. Mr. Brockarock, Sony has been struggling though for a while. One of their most profitable areas is an insurance company they own. That's true. Like Sony, I think the PlayStation division is the most profitable division they have. Everything else is usually struggling for the most part. I remember the only reason why they turned a profit a couple of years ago is because they sold the building they used to be headquartered in.
Well, that's another thing. Like real estate counts as a valuation for a company. So, like Sony has the PlayStation Theater.
Yeah.
In the city.
Yep.
That counts.
Yeah.
You know. Well, because that's all investments.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when Nintendo was doing bad, they sold one of their buildings.
Yeah.
You know. I think that's why they moved the portable and handheld
into one.
I mean the console handhelds together. Not just because the Switch was a thing. This is my last bit of Nintendo news.
Okay.
The Game Boy Classic.
Yes.
Of course, everybody thinks it's going to be a Game Boy Classic.
Right.
I'm thinking. I know we were talking about how N64 Classic next year. I think Game Boy Classic next year. N64 after that.
I honestly think we're going to get a Game Boy Classic before we get an N64
I feel like that's a lot easier to do.
Yeah.
N64 is going to take a little bit of development time. This article is from Fortune.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo might be working on a Game Boy Classic Edition. I wouldn't say might. I would say they're definitely doing it because it makes sense. Is it next year's hot holiday gift?
Yeah,
because they have to put a spin on this to sell it to the Fortune magazine. And they have a dumb video that autoplays that has nothing to do with the Game Boy Classic.
Well, I have it on Kotaku. NintenSwitch.com, which is a Japanese website, reports that the trademark was recently discovered. It says a new Japanese trademark for the Game Boy has been filed in Japan. It's been tweeted out by a Japanese trademark bot, and it's pretty much just a picture of a Game Boy.
It looks like just a vector drawing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put it up. It just looks like a
vector drawing of the original classic gray brick Game Boy.
Yeah.
Trademark was filed on September 15th and included the Game Boy image. It doesn't specify. Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Doesn't specify the name on the trademark, but it covers a variety of home video game console programs, as well as programs for smartphone, smartphone cases, smartphone covers, which I would show you my phone, but it's currently periscoping this, as well as key holders, necklaces, and watches. Some of the trademarks could be to protect the Nintendo Classic Mini Game Boy brand, or they could simply be to protect the Game Boy brand full stop.
It's like barely anybody watching on the mobile phones.
Okay. So basically, Nintendo just trademarked Game Boy. It's not a confirmation that they're going to do a Game Boy Classic.
It would make sense.
It would make sense, though.
Now, here's the thing. Will it be able to plug into a TV?
I mean, I don't know if it should.
I would like to see it be like the Super Boy. You know what that is? That's the Super Nintendo portable one that's like aftermarket.
I think you could.
It's really thick. You could put actual Super Nintendo games in it, and it has an AV out to the TV.
I think Nintendo would be fine if they just release like a mobile device that's a Game Boy, preloaded with you could probably preload it with 100 games for really cheap, and then they could probably fit a cartridge slot on it for cheap as well and sell it for. Whatever. I think it says my battery's at 10% now.
Let it die. Let it go.
Let it die. Kill it if you have to. That's from Star Wars.
We also have that Hyperion thing.
Yeah.
Is that the right name?
Hyperkin.
Hyperion is from Borderlands.
Yeah.
Hyperkin made that thing that you slide an Android phone into, and it looks like the bottom of a Game Boy. What if Nintendo was doing something like that?
I doubt it.
Because they said mobile phone stuff.
It said smartphone cases, smartphone covers, programs for smartphones.
Exactly.
Unless
imagine the Hyperkin thing, but for iPhone.
That'd be interesting.
Right? And the only way you can do that is to license.
But what if programs for smartphones means they're going to do a Sega Forever thing, where they just release their games on iOS?
I don't think they would do that without having a peripheral where you could use actual buttons.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's the actual buttons. So I think if it's going to be a smartphone thing, it's going to have to be similar to that Hyperkin thing.
Yeah.
Maybe Hyperkin's in on it.
Maybe.
Yeah, it would be real smart for Nintendo to just be like, hey, that thing you guys have? Stop doing that.
Do it for us.
Do it for us, and here's a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Because Nintendo could very easily give them a C&D for that. And instead, they could just be like, "Hey, you already have done what we want done. So how about they could just strong arm Hyperkin into doing it for them?" You know. But who knows? Nintendo's weird. They don't always do.
They're a strange company.
They always try to do things on their own because they can, because they have a lot of money. Simone 6 says, which Game Boy? And I would think it would be color. I think it'll be stylized like the original Game Boy.
Yeah, I feel like if
but I think there will be an option to do the games in color.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Well, like, the shitty color that they had.
Yeah.
Like when you put an original Game Boy game inside
Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like one of 10 color presets to choose from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna lean heavier towards the classic Game Boy style. Like it'll look like a classic Game Boy. It'll default to the green, whatever screen that it had.
Viper asks, was the original Pokemon on Game Boy or Game Boy Color? It was on Game Boy, but it was at the end of the life cycle, right before Color.
But I think that game was programmed to default to certain colors when you played it in a Game Boy Color.
Right.
A lot of those games had Super Game Boy code in there, so when you put it into a Super Game Boy, it not only got full color, but it got nice borders and backgrounds and stuff.
Oh, the Super Game Boy is the thing that you plug into
the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
But that code didn't work in a Game Boy Color, which is interesting.
That is interesting. Yeah. That is dumb too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's pretty dumb.
So gotta have Gremlins 2 on there. That game sucks.
Yeah.
Gotta have Tetris. That's
Tetris,
the only
obviously.
one. Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon Red and Blue and Yellow and green is Japan only.
I know, but do it.
It has to be the original Tetris. It can't be any of the crap variations on it. It has to be the Tetris.
There's some Mario games, but they're not anything to write home about.
Well, no, I mean Mario. They're probably gonna put Super Mario Land and Super Mario Land 2 on there just because they're Mario games, and Mario Land 2 is pretty good. Mario Land is very weird, and people like that because it's weird. Probably
Metroid.
Yeah, Metroid 2, Link's Awakening.
Right.
The Kid Icarus game that was on Game Boy.
I don't remember that.
There's another classic Kirby.
Yeah,
Kirby is the king of the handhelds. What are some of the other classic Game Boy games? That one weird James Bond game.
You're not getting that.
No, not getting that.
Wasn't there a Toy Story game?
Yeah. I think I got that from my wife a while ago.
Simone 6 says Tetris should have been on the SNES or NES Classic. It was only a hit on the Game Boy.
It was weird on the NES because there's two versions. There's one made by Nintendo and an unlicensed one made by Tengen. And the Tengen one is supposedly better.
Did it come out on Game Boy first?
I don't know.
Because that was it.
That's what sold the Game Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Game Boy versus Game Gear, and Game Gear was the vastly superior hardware.
Yeah.
And they lost because of Tetris.
No, they lost because of the poor battery life. When they were
the Game Gear?
Of the Game Gear.
No.
Yeah.
No, they lost because Game Boy had Tetris.
Well, that's what sold it, because Game Gear came out after Game Boy. It didn't come out at the same time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Game Boy came out in 89, Game Gear came out in 90.
Oh, so they already had
Yeah, they already had the install base and stuff, things like that.
Because everybody says it's because it's Tetris.
Well, yeah, Tetris, because when they made the Game Boy, they said if you want to sell it to kids, you pack it with Mario. If you want to sell it to everybody, you pack it with Tetris. So they packed it with Tetris.
That's damn smart.
Yeah.
I liked my Game Gear.
Yeah.
But we had the battery pack.
We did. It's the only way to play it.
Yep.
Yep.
AJ's going nuts over there for Pokemon. Ravix on Twitch says MGS on Game Boy, a classic. I don't know about on Game Boy, but on Game Boy Color.
I think that's what he means.
That game.
Yeah, that game is nuts.
Ghost Babel.
Yeah,
that's one of the best Metal Gear games.
Full Metal Gear game.
And it's basically what the NES Metal Gear game should have been.
Yeah.
And it's one of the best rated games on game rankings.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, it's crazy. That game is a full Metal Gear game.
That game's one of the best games of
has
all time. Like
everything,
one of the 20 best games of all time, I would say.
I gotta get like a working Game Boy and just play that game again. I know we have one somewhere.
Oh yeah, no, we got a game. We got everything.
I know.
Actually, when I took the train to the city, I had that in my backpack for a little bit. I would play that.
Nice.
I would go through the VR missions because I remember playing the VR missions over and over again because they were so fun. Not as fun as I remember, but the actual missions.
Yeah,
that's the good stuff.
I remember that game being hard as hell, but
that game was damn good.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a full-fledged Metal Gear game.
Everything.
I don't know about this. The story kind of like mirrored Metal Gear Solid.
It was weird. It was basically like if Metal Gear Solid didn't happen.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get that from it. It just felt like a lot like Metal Gear Solid.
Well, yeah.
Because it's actually called Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, in America it's called Metal Gear Solid. In Japan it's called Metal Gear Ghost Babel.
Oh, that's why people call it that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not the exact story of Metal Gear Solid.
No, but
it's very similar.
Yeah, because I think what it was a, I don't want to say like a side story or whatever, but it was basically like if after Metal Gear 1 and 2 on the MSX, you know, a different type of story they could have told.
Right.
Yeah.
Where are they in it?
I think the name of the place is Ghost Babel.
Ghost Babel. Zanzibar Land is Metal Gear 1, right?
Yes.
That's the one where Gray Fox...
No, I think that's 2.
That's 2? Okay.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Wiki. I always love dabbling into Metal Gear Wiki here. Ghost Babel, outside of Japan... Oh, Metal Gear Solid outside of Japan. It is a 2000 stealth action game produced by Konami for Game Boy Color, based on the 1998 PlayStation game of the same name. Ghost Babel is not a port of said game, but an original game made specifically for the Game Boy Color. Ghost Babel is a non-canon game that serves as an alternate sequel to the events of the original Metal Gear. Interesting. The game is set 7 years after the events of Operation Intrude N313. What is that?
That's the
Outer Haven Uprising.
Yeah, that's I think the events of the Metal Gear 1.
South Africa.
Yeah.
Okay, so 7 years after. Okay, so it's basically if Metal Gear Solid didn't happen.
Yeah.
It's an alternate Metal Gear Solid.
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird. I want to know the location. Plot. We're going deep into this right now.
Yeah. South African country of Gindra.
Okay. Whatever. This is Metal Gear for you.
Yeah. Nothing makes sense.
Nothing ever makes sense. I got into a fight on Facebook about this.
Really?
Somebody was like, I want to play Metal Gear 5, but I also want to play the other ones, and I'm just not getting into Snake Eater or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, listen, man, just play 5. You're never going to understand the whole story anyway.
Yeah.
And then somebody was like, how could you say that? The story's great. You got to know everything about everything. He said, just like Star Wars, you got to get all of it. And I said, just like Star Wars, where we got thrust into episode 4 and knew nothing about the other ones? Yeah, just play Metal Gear 5. You'll be fine. I'm a guy who loves the Metal Gear Wiki and played all the freaking games except for Acid and all that stuff. And I still have no idea what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Only an actual intellectual like myself could appreciate the intricacies of Metal. You know that meme that's going on about Rick and Morty?
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to do that, but it's not working.
Yeah. No, I see what you're doing.
All right, well, what's another story we can plow through here? We got Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah, real quick. So Star Wars
garbage.
Battlefront 2's beta, the beta for Star Wars Battlefront 2 recently came out.
And I didn't get to play it.
Me neither.
And I'm pissed.
The loot boxes are prompting player concerns because they think it's going to lead to pay-to-win style gameplay.
Oh, here we go again. I feel like I heard this about Overwatch. And Overwatch, Will.
Yes.
That is the least pay-to-win thing ever.
Right.
Because it's all cosmetic stuff.
Right. Well, I don't think they're all cosmetic.
Pay-to-win is always a concern.
Let's read this article.
Okay.
Per Polygon. With a month to go until launch, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is already steeped in backlash. The game's first open beta kicked off this weekend, giving players their first taste of random loot drop system, which hints that players may be asked to pay up in order to progress. In Battlefront 2, loot crates containing a Loot crates contain a number of different items, including objects for crafting, in-game currency, and something called star cards. As Electronic Arts explained, these offer upgraded versions of basic stats and abilities for the multiplayer mode. Star cards are crucial for anyone who wants to develop the most powerful characters and ships possible, but they're only obtainable through random loot drops. Here comes the rub. Their words.
Don't use those words.
Yeah. Players can purchase loot crates outright using the currency called credits. Crates cost 1,100 credits each. And as typical in these types of games, people really set on upgrading as fast as possible have the option to buy them with real cash and get it over with. This option is not available in the beta. The problem that players have with this is that the number of credits loot crates cost incentivizes them to purchase them outright. Credits come from loot crates, but they're also awarded after winning each match. But players have only received somewhere south of 180 credits for their victories, according to those who tried the beta this weekend. Even though it's not required to spend real-world funds to win star cards, doing so takes far less time than the free method. Considering that star cards are the primary upgrade method in Star Wars Battlefront 2 multiplayer campaign, those who refuse to pay for loot crates could be at a disadvantage when facing those who have bought them and upgraded more quickly. The stat inequalities can make it more difficult to win credits needed for free loot crates, blah, blah, blah.
So, is that it?
That's the gist of it.
So basically, the way you upgrade your weapons is through loot boxes.
Yes.
And you can pay for loot.
Yes.
For actual weapons and stuff.
Yeah. And it looks like
abilities.
It's faster, significantly faster to pay using real US dollars.
What do you mean by significantly faster? You just get loot boxes. You immediately get the loot boxes, right? You're paying for a loot box.
You're paying for a loot box.
Yeah.
But
so you're getting loot immediately.
You're getting loot, but what's in that loot box? Hold on, where did I see it? Loot crates contain a number of different items, including objects for crafting, in-game currency, and star cards. So
star cards, if they're anything like they were in the first game, that's a big freaking deal.
Yeah.
To be able to buy a star card.
Yeah.
That's hot garbage. And that's EA getting their grubby little fingers all over this stupid game.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way that they think they gotta make money off of the game. This is loaded in with microtransactions. This
is great because AJ Finax4 in the chat over there is making a video on this. And
nice.
He better be including this.
Yeah. Jim Sterling actually did a really good video on this stuff recently.
Microtransactions. Right now, the argument is that right now games are still $60. They've been that forever, but games cost more now than they've ever been.
Right.
Than they've ever cost. And the way that these big AAA publishers are subsidizing that is with microtransactions.
Right.
You have games like Overwatch who do it perfectly. And
it's cosmetic only.
Jim Sterling disagrees.
Right.
Because he thinks you shouldn't have to pay at all for any of this stuff.
Right. Because according to him, it could lead to, eventually they might get the idea that, oh, if you want this weapon, you have to pay for it.
Right.
Things like that.
That's the line. I think there's a line.
Yeah.
Activision, or really Blizzard, they know what's up. They know people are going to pay for these stupid cosmetic things, but you can also just give it away in random drops. And it's just cosmetic. And people will pay, and they've got an insane profit from that, and fans are happy.
But are they happy? Because
they're more happy than this garbage.
In Overwatch, at least. But, if developers see they can do that, for cosmetic things, then that's going to lead them to do it now for weapons and credits to upgrade and all this other crap. Battlefront seems to be doing it. NBA 2K, the recent one, is doing it. Apparently WWE 2K is going to do it. Destiny 2 is doing it.
Yeah,
right now.
And I haven't really looked too deep into it. The first one had microtransactions that came in like a DLC. It was weird.
Yeah.
And you couldn't really buy anything. You just buy like emotes and stuff, which is not a big deal. Which is, I think, is fine because that's, again, cosmetic. It's not going to help you be a better player in the game. But in this new one, you can basically buy loot drops.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
Yeah.
That's bad.
And
that's where the line is there. If you can buy something that can make the game easier for you, if you buy something that changes the way that you play the game.
Yeah.
that's a problem.
That is a very big problem.
There should be a line right there.
You shouldn't have. I mean, you shouldn't have to pay more money to get more out of the game. You know, especially if it's not like an extra mission. If it's just something that like helps you, you're basically paying for cheat codes.
Yeah,
that's what you're doing.
Well, you're paying. The cheat code is to advance in the game.
Exactly.
And Star Wars Battlefront, primarily a multiplayer game. Now there's a single player.
Yeah.
But
it's probably like 4 hours. So
you're paying for loot boxes that can get you weapons and well, they didn't specifically say weapons, but the star cards,
they can lead to weapons.
They give you abilities that are really important. In the first game, the star cards had different grenades. It had a sniper rifle like ability.
Yeah.
It had jetpacks. Like those are really important.
Yeah.
You were nothing without a jetpack in that game. So being able to unlock that immediately is a big deal. I'm not for multiplayer games, I'm kind of against giving all of the good weapons and stuff to the people who are experienced.
Yeah.
Then it just gives them too much power. I think it should be a pretty level playing field for people who just started also.
Yeah.
Destiny's pretty good at having a balance like that. But not for things like the Iron Banner, which is like power level counts for that.
Yeah.
It's things like Trials of the Nine, same thing. So microtransactions, I think, serve a purpose because games are expensive now. But there's a very fine line.
Right.
And this is crossing the line.
I feel like microtransactions serve a purpose in free games. A game that costs $60, you know, to then ask you to keep spending money on it.
Well, that's the thing. It's optional.
But in a case like this, they're really pushing it to not be optional.
Agree. This is bad.
Yeah.
But Overwatch, I think, is a perfect example of it going right.
You have one example of it going right, and then we're starting to get all these examples of it going wrong. Battlefront, Shadow of War, NBA 2K, Destiny 2. All these other games are now starting to lean into doing it the wrong way.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, that's very bad. And just because Overwatch did it right doesn't mean that we shouldn't also include it in the conversation, because
I'm including it in the conversation.
But
it's part of the conversation.
It needs to be part of the conversation that this is a problem, that this is bad.
But it's not a problem in Overwatch.
Right.
All these companies need to follow that lead. Stop doing what they're doing.
And just make it purely cosmetic.
Yes. But in Overwatch, you can also get these things through the game.
Right.
But
if you're going to get it through the game, you need to make it easier to get through the game. Not the way Battlefront's doing it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, this is just wrong. It's just plain old wrong.
Yeah, which sucks because I really wanted to get this game, but now it looks like I probably won't.
I'm going to get this game. I'm just not going to play online if it's that bad.
Yeah.
You know? I want to play the single player.
I would have loved to have played it online. I liked playing Battlefront 1 online.
I'm not that big of a fan of the first Battlefront.
I know you weren't, but like I enjoyed my time with it. And
I enjoyed it for a little bit.
I would have gotten Battlefront 1 if I didn't have to pay $60 for the game and then another $60 for the DLC.
My problem with the first Battlefront is that it was like 4 maps when it first came out.
Exactly.
And it was only online, and it felt exactly like Battlefield. And it was a complete reskin of Battlefield, except that you don't reload the weapons, and the weapons felt like they had no impact.
And there was no iron sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Battlefield, but weird.
There were only 4 maps because you have to buy the rest of them for the same price of the game.
It's bad.
You have to buy the game twice.
EA is not good.
No.
EA is bad.
EA is very bad.
Shame on you, EA.
Yes.
But again, I think I think there's a way to do microtransactions.
There's a way to do it.
I don't think you have to take them completely off the table because, again, I'm going to bring up Overwatch again. In a case like Overwatch, you have people who have deep pockets who don't mind spending like $100 on loot boxes, and they're paying for the game for you. These games are expensive,
right? And
you have these other people who don't care about throwing down $100. They're the reason why you can play this game for so cheap,
right? But that's only one example. We have a game like Battlefront now, where the people with the deepest pockets are going to be the best players in the game because they're going to have all the toys.
That's a huge problem.
Yeah,
that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
How are you guys? You guys good?
Yeah, you good? How do you feel about Battlefront 2 Electric Boogaloo?
Simone Stig likes me. See, he's giving me the upvote. See, he knows what's up.
Yes.
Using those emotes right.
Yeah.
Can't wait till we get the downvotes.
Yeah. Too Low For You said Call of Duty gave an exclusive gun for pre-orders at one time. That's bullcrap too.
Yes.
Yeah, you should
That is
don't
bullcrap.
do that either.
Yeah, pre-order bonuses
Yeah,
also shouldn't help you be better at the game.
yeah,
That's a problem.
that's a very big problem.
Simone would say, what about in-game characters and weapons given to people when they pre-order the game? Did you just say that? No, you said something about Call of Duty.
Yeah, well,
We kind of just touched
yeah,
on
I don't like that either because then you're not getting the full game.
that. Yeah.
You're paying the same price for less of a game, and that's wrong.
Yeah. I'm not liking AAA games lately.
Yeah, they've been really disappointing me.
Yeah, I've been on the outs, and I had a video about it last year talking about Battlefield,
Yeah,
and Call of Duty and all these games that just feel this like samey.
yeah. And I liked Battlefield 1, and I like the most recent AAA game I played was Hitman. Like, and that was really good. But I don't know. All this like scummy practices.
Nasset in the chat says you shouldn't spend more money on a game that you already spend money on. That's my point of view. I'm saying it has to be 100% optional.
Yes.
And in a case like Battlefront, that is not optional.
Mm-hmm.
You're competing against people, and you will be at a disadvantage if you don't pay. Ravix has got to keep it with cosmetic. That's the only way.
Yeah.
All right, last little thing you have is Shadow of War. What's going on there?
So Shadow of War, you didn't click the article yet.
No.
Don't click it yet.
Okay.
So it's coming out soon. It's going to be on PC, and it's going to be how big do you think the Shadow of War file size is?
The Shadow of War file size.
Yeah, like when you go on Steam and you click buy and it downloads the game to your computer, how big is that file?
50 gigs?
Ha!
All right. 80. Wow. 80 is what Doom was after the updates.
After the updates.
After the updates.
Okay.
So like now if you buy Doom, it's 50. It's 80. It came out at 50.
This is the website is tomshardware.com. I've never heard of it, but
I've heard of it. They're good.
I've checked all their links that they put in, and it seems legit. Shadow of War, which comes out, oh, they came out this week actually. You'll need, yeah.
The hell?
You'll need to clear some storage for the game, as the initial download requires 97 gigs of free space.
Is this the PC version or all versions?
PC version.
Okay.
I don't know about the console version. I'm sure like
Probably the same.
Those are gonna be huge too, because this game is being optimized for 4K across all platforms.
Okay. Maybe the 4K download is bigger than the regular
Probably.
download.
According to a tweet from IGN reviews editor Dan Stapleton, the massive file size includes the voice acting for the game's oral characters as well as 4K video. Our own download of the game, specifically the Gold Edition variant, confirmed the file size. However, we noticed that the download also included two other pieces simply called HD Cinematics and HD Content, which could be the 4K assets Stapleton mentioned. Unchecking these options after the download was completed brought the overall file size down to 69 gigabytes, which was 9 gigabytes more than the initial storage requirement Monolith published earlier this year.
File size on the PlayStation Store, Middle-earth Shadow of War, 39 gigabytes.
Just the regular version?
That's what it says here. Maybe there's updates afterwards.
There's probably updates. There's probably a PS4 Pro patch for it to bump up to 4K.
That's probably what's doing it.
Yeah.
There's probably so many HD textures.
Yeah, it's the 4K assets, and according to this, the voice acting for all the orcs that are in the game.
Right.
Because there's a lot of them. And they're either going to be your friend or your enemy.
Media Slave asks, what game is this? This is Middle-earth Shadow of War.
Yes.
Apparently came out already.
Yeah. And according to this, Tom's Hardware, it's not the only game to reach 90 plus gigabyte file size at launch. Turn 10 Studios' Forza Motorsport 7 requires a 95 gigs of space, but it's unclear how much of these files are reserved for 4K content. That's another game. Forza and Shadow of War are two other games that are like loaded up the ass with microtransactions for no reason.
Forza has a lot of assets.
Yeah.
So that file size makes sense to me. Middle-earth, I mean, I get it. It's still insane. It's
yeah.
an insane file size, but
It's ridiculous.
I was not a fan of the first Middle-earth.
I thought it was very good.
That was another game. It was a AAA game that was samey to me. I was played out with Arkham and Assassin's Creed, and this was just the same game.
I don't think I'm going to get this game though. Shadow War, no. It looks way too complicated. Like they overcomplicated everything. It's got a lot of RPG elements that I don't think need to be there. It's got microtransactions worse than Battlefront 2.
That's crazy because it's a single player game.
Yeah,
that's insane to have microtransactions in a single player game.
Yeah, so
I liked during E3 when they showed like the colorful orcs, like how they have a lot of characters.
Yeah, no,
that's really
the Nemesis system is like a great system, and I wish more games would use something like that. But
oh god,
yeah.
Well,
that's all the news.
That's all we got, guys. Look at that!
Yeah.
Wow. Oh wait, tweet of the week. I have to find it because I thought I put it in here and it's not in here.
No, you should hurry up and find it.
Did I retweet it?
Hope you did. I'm gonna grab my phone because it looked like the battery died.
The battery's dead.
Yep.
Why don't you give me my phone because nobody's even watching this friggin' live stream.
There you go.
Are you there? All right, there's one viewer and I bet you it's me. And live.
All right. Yep. It is not turning on.
Sorry, Will. What do you want? Do you have any last words for it?
No.
That's not the tweet of the week. That's not the tweet of the week. It's not me meeting Jackie Chan. I met Jackie Chan last night. Well, he's a great guy, best friends. We exchanged phone numbers, which is not true. I saw him for 2 seconds. We just lined up and they're like, "Give me your phone. Take a picture.
Yeah.
All right, get out of here."
Common Boy can't do the jingle until he has the tweet of the week ready.
Yeah, I don't have one. I gotta find it. It was about Star Wars. Well, this is the time where you go into the question. You go in. We'll go into the comments and talk to you. Use the hashtag Wulff Den Live on Twitter. God damn it. Or if you're here live watching us, thank you for dealing with all of the technical difficulties. We will be looking at the YouTube and the Twitch chat.
Yes.
And if you're not here, you can use the comment section of the last week's Wulff Den Live, and we will talk to you. We'll look at the chat and pick out some stuff while I do this.
All right. Do you want me to do the chat, or do you want me to do last week's Wulff Den Live?
Well, you can do whatever you want.
All right. You know what? Let's go into the chat. How about that? I'd leave. I'm debating Don't Knock Twice for the Switch. Thoughts? I didn't know that was a game.
I'd never heard of it.
Okay.
I have never heard of that at all.
He's Mr. Broderick is debating Stardew Valley.
Yo, everybody loves Stardew Valley. I can't deal with a game that slow. I can't live like that, Will.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
And there's no, like, real goal. The goal, I guess, is to get farming.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
People are asking for the backlog. We're working on it.
Oh, my God. So, let's give some news here.
Okay.
We are bringing back the backlog, and since it's been a while, we're doing it in a very big way.
Yes.
I'm not going to say how or why, but you're going to have to wait a couple more weeks.
Yeah.
But it is going to be back.
And it's going to be...
And it's going to be big.
Radical.
We're going to call it Season 2.
Yes. We are?
Yep.
Okay.
Like you said yes like you knew, and I'm just telling you right now. But we're going to come back. We're going to have a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a while. It's going to be a big old production. Still can't find this goddamn tweet.
Macaulay Ward, you guys should stream Cuphead. I want to play that game.
Yeah, you have
Xbox One, yeah.
Xbox One.
But
so it's up to you.
Yeah. Well, you can get it for PC.
I forgot.
So
I forgot that was an option.
Yeah. Let's see here.
This was a Star Wars tweet, and it's very important. This better be a good tweet.
Probably not at this point. Is anyone leaving questions on Ravik Arclighter? Predictions for the Halloween Splatfest. What do you think it's going to be?
Who's going to win?
or I guess just what.
So the Halloween Splatfest. Well, actually, no, it's not. Is it Halloween? Is this the Halloween Splatfest? What's happening this Friday night or Saturday or something? It's vampires versus werewolves.
I guess that is the Halloween Splatfest.
Will, if you're not on the goddamn werewolf team, then unsubscribe right now.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if we're gonna stream Splatoon on Sunday. I don't know if it's gonna overlap with the Splatfest. So I don't know. All right, I'm just gonna say this tweet. I forgot who tweeted it. Do the tweet of the week thing.
Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week.
The tweet was I'm gonna butcher the hell out of this now. It was the Last Jedi trailer was a porg saying Misa the Last Jedi, and then it was 2 minutes of porgs screaming. I ruined that tweet so bad.
Yeah.
Everything's terrible. Everybody thumbs down this video and unsubscribe. I'm just going to pick a new tweet of the week.
Okay.
Let's go to my Twitter where I just pick a random tweet of the week. If you beat me to my Twitter, you'll know what the tweet of the week is. Okay, here it is. It's 5 paninis, which I love. She has definitely been a tweet of the week before. Oh, good. My copy and paste copy's over from my remote connection. She's doing Inktober. And she writes, I just found out Kirby is canonically 8 inches tall.
Oh, I saw that,
which means I have to redo all my Inktober pieces. And it's a drawing of Kirby looking at Mega Man. And Mega Man being like, oh, what the hell? There's your tweet of the week.
I would just like to bring up this Twitter page I found called Weeb Simpsons.
Yes.
So what they do is
I don't know if I showed that on screen while I was talking about it, but here it is again.
So what they do is they take they go to Frankiac, the Simpsons meme generator, and they'll find scenes and they'll replace the dialogue with the characters talking about anime and Japanese video games and stuff. And it's like I don't get half the references.
Can you put it in the keep?
Yeah,
so I can bring it up.
But when I do get it, it's hysterical.
Such as?
So, hold on a second. Like, there was one where Homer's like, if you need me, I'm going to play Super Mario 2. And Patty and Selma are like, you mean Super Mario USA? Yeah, the real Super Mario 2 didn't come out here. Super Mario 2.
Everybody knows that.
It's called Doki Doki Panic in Japan. It's not even a real Mario game. There's one where Milhouse is in the comic book store. And his dad runs in. He goes, Milhouse, what are you doing buying American comics? We read right to left. We're a right to left family. And Milhouse is like, it's an older publication. It's been flipped. It's been flipped.
Is this Sideshow Bob? No, this is another. Who's that?
That's Cecil, his brother.
Cecil.
Sideshow Bob's brother.
You know, Bob, I've rather been enjoying My Hero Academia. Yes, I too have been reading Boku no Hero Academia. And then he looks at him all pissed off.
There's one where, let's see if I can find it. It's Bart and Lisa and Sideshow Bob. And Bart's like, Lisa, if I have one regret is that I never finished Full Metal Alchemist. Sideshow Bob's like, Full Metal Alchemist. Honestly, how hard is it to say Hanga no Renji? I'm not even going to bother. And Bob goes, you do know that this is the reason I'm constantly trying to murder you, Bart. So yeah, it's like a little cute little Twitter page I found.
All right, I'm going to. Well, actually, no. I'm going to go to the hashtag.
Yeah, go to.
Of course, I am.
Yeah,
that is what I do every time. Oh, don't forget about Super Chat.
I will go to last week's
Super Chat's the guaranteed way to get us to read you. Hashtag Wulff Den Live. Where are we? What was last week? Was that the 4th? Yeah, that was the 4th.
Yeah.
So after the 4th, we got over here. This is 4 days ago. It was. Oh, it was AJ. You suck. Bob sucks.
Irish Jester from last week. No matter how wrong you are, we still love you, you wolfy bastard.
I liked that. I tweeted that out. I said, look at this.
Yeah.
You could still like somebody who you disagree with.
And you spelled wolfy wrong, but it's okay.
Augustin Soto. What do you guys think The Last Jedi is referring to? Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
The end. Titanium Brains. Is it okay to read the 2015 Amazing Spider-Man comics if I've read a bunch of the 1963 comics? And are the 2015 ones any good?
I mean, it's going to be a very different style, but you should be fine, I think. I know Dan Slott wrote it in 2015 because he's been writing it for God knows how long. I saw a stat recently because Amazing Spider-Man is going to hit 800 issues soon. Dan Slott was the writer for Amazing Spider-Man 600 and 700, and he's going to be the writer for 800. Man has been on that book
for the whole...
Yeah.
Oh, God. For all of it.
Yeah.
Mr. Wubbs, what would you want to see in a future Zelda game?
I was interested when they were showing those behind-the-scenes stuff for Breath of the Wild, like all the weird concepts, like Zelda on a like Link on a motorcycle and like a sci-fi version. I want to see that. That piqued my interest.
I liked Breath of the Wild exactly how it was, so I don't really know if there's anything and there's got to be something that I wished was added.
Yeah,
but I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
I think I'm one of those that thinks Zelda should have been a girl. I mean, Link should have been a girl. Damn it.
Zelda should have been a boy.
Because it would have been so easy. Because he already looks like a girl.
Or at least have the option to play as Linkle.
Yeah. There you go.
So
that's a good idea.
Parker Deal from last week. I think it's too early for an N64 classic. I vote Christmas 2020.
No. 2019.
Yeah, someone else said 2019. I think 2019 would be good.
I absolutely think 2019 would be. I think next year, Game Boy. Year after that, N64. And we will never see a GameCube. The N64 will be the end. Maybe we'll get a Game Boy Color.
Yeah,
but it'll be the end of the.
Maybe even a Game Boy Advance.
That's true. Game Boy Advance. Why does it say comments currently unavailable? I am going to kill myself.
On what? Facebook? I mean, not Facebook.
Facebook. What
YouTube.
What year are you in?
I have no idea.
YouTube. Oh, here you go.
Andrea Rossi. Besides the live stream issues, things to be mad at Nintendo. The Switch OS is so poor after 7 months. A lack of basic apps like Netflix or Hulu. The issues with online gaming, see FIFA 18, are ridiculous. I'm wondering how Nintendo thinks to be competitive with this behavior. By the way, I do own a Switch. I wish Nintendo would understand better gamers. I mean, I think the UI is fine. Like the OS in general, yeah. The OS in general.
I don't know why people are giving it crap because it is the best UI Nintendo's ever done in anything.
Right. Well, I think he was referring to the OS in general.
What's wrong with it? I'm sorry, I wasn't really paying attention.
Besides the live, he said the Switch OS is poor after 7 months. The lack of basic apps like Netflix or Hulu. The issues with online gaming.
The online gaming is a problem.
Yeah.
But the lack of the apps isn't really Nintendo's fault.
I think those are coming.
Yeah.
I think once they get online sorted out and they get the account system set up, then we'll start to see Netflix and Hulu and all that stuff.
It's not a big deal now because the people who have a Switch are people like us who have the other consoles.
Yeah.
During the holidays, that's when kids are going to get it who might not necessarily have a PlayStation or a computer that could do Netflix. So that's when it becomes a priority. But for now, I don't think it's a priority. Mm-hmm. And again, the UI I think is perfect for a Nintendo console.
And the OS in general is it's fine for what.
It's just a freaking game console. Yeah. You get it to play games. You don't get it to dick around in the freaking UI. Joan, I think is his name.
All right.
Esvedo says, "Are these guys gay?" I also saw another comment. I don't know if it's here. I don't know if it's in here. I can't find it. But somebody was like, whoa. Oh, this is it. Archivico? Wait, you guys are married, not brothers? Where is that coming from? Did somebody watch last week and timestamp that? What did we say to make people think that we're married?
Archivic to say, when you said he was your bride, I'm bad at reading sarcasm, so are you guys brothers or married? Sorry for the stupid question.
What did that happen?
I have no idea.
I wish I could see at what timestamp people comment.
That would be nice.
I'm not going to answer that.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to answer that.
Undead Phoenix, I'm waiting for Metroid Prime 4. Also, I suspect Nintendo is going to release a new Switch every year or so like they did with the DS.
I think that there will be a light version eventually, but I think at least 2 years.
Yeah, I think they're going to wait a little longer to put out a new version of Switch than they did with the DS and the 3DS.
I want to read this big, long comment. It's going to be a doozy because I didn't actually read the whole thing.
Okay.
Morden, if you won't make content because you can't make money off of it, I don't want to watch your content anyway. When did people stop making Let's Plays for fun and only make them if they can get ad revenue from it? Nintendo is perfectly fine if nobody streams their content. They sold millions of copies of their games without streamers and Let's Players for decades. So they rightfully think that they can continue to do so without the YouTube crowd. I agree that they don't need YouTubers.
Right.
I think they'll be fine. The argument is that it's free advertising for them.
Yes.
And the argument against people making money off of the content that they make, this type of stuff, it's not as easy as just flipping the camera on and playing a game.
Yeah.
The people who do that, they're not successful at it. The people who make a career out of it, like the Game Grumps, that's a big-ass production, and they need to make money off of that in order to keep doing it. You know? Like, it's fun, but then once it becomes a full-time job, once it starts taking all of the time out of your life, then you should start making some money off of it. You know? And that's the only way to keep doing it. You know? All these people who do it as a hobby, they'll stop eventually. Yeah. So, if they're not making money off of it. So, yeah, it's all fun and games, but there has to be a back end.
Yeah.
Eventually. Like, it becomes a problem when you start making content to make money off of it. But, I mean, you also have to try to appeal to everybody. And a lot of times that also, that just, the side effect is just making money.
Yeah.
So, I think it's really dumb to say, like, you shouldn't be making money because you should do it for the love of it. Like, that's dumb. You can't do it for the love of it if you have to have an actual job.
Yeah.
You know? It just becomes way harder to do that. But it should start that way. You should start doing it for the love of it.
Yes, absolutely. All right. I'm in the chat. I just had a
Yeah, I just got back. I'm in the chat now, too. We got 2 chats going on. Mr. Wubb says gay for AJ.
I'm going to butcher your name. I'm sorry. Isai Olivas. Why not a Game Boy anthology that has all the best Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games in one package?
That's a good idea.
I mean, yeah, that is a very good idea. Again, I feel like once Nintendo gets their online situation sorted, because we still need to know about Virtual Console and their Netflix style thing. So I'm sure they'll have something like that on those services.
I feel like there's not enough classic Game Boy, original Game Boy games to fill 20 games.
Yeah, like that would be... Like, I'm trying to think, and I don't know if I can...
I think that they'd have to include Game Boy Color. Even Game Boy Color is not that many.
Yeah.
But Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
I feel like that would make a lot of sense. AJ wrote this whole big thing on the Twitch chat. The FIFA thing is also an EA problem. They are the ones that didn't build a solution into their game for playing with friends. That is an in-game thing. Even on PS4 and Xbox One, invites are system-wide, but a play with friends mode needs to be implemented by the dev, not the console manufacturer. I think it goes both ways. Because on PlayStation, if I want to play Destiny with somebody, you can do it on the system level, and you could do it in the game. In the game, you can pick to join a fire team, and out of the game, on your friends list, you can join a game. So I think it goes both ways. I think it should be in both. And there's just no way you could deny that Nintendo has a bad online system.
Yeah. Enderwolf 17, best wolf in gaming.
Best wolf in gaming.
Freaking
Twilight Princess. I don't know.
Does DD count from Phantom Pain? Diamond Dog.
Oh hell yeah!
Is that a wolf? Is he a wolf, or is he just
a
he's
dog.
a dog?
He's a dog.
Okay, he looks like a wolf.
What type of dog would he be? Maybe a wolf husky hybrid.
I'm on the Metal Gear Wiki, and it doesn't say his breed.
Oh, okay. Best wolf in game. Well, there's also the wolves, the sniper wolves.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
aren't really that. There's nothing cool about them.
Yeah.
There's the Elder Scrolls werewolf.
There's the wolf from Rampage. I forgot his name.
Isn't there a wolf in a... Oh. The Indian dude from Mortal Kombat?
Night Wolf.
Night Wolf. He turns into a wolf.
Yes.
There you go. That's the best wolf in video games. Not many good wolves. Oh! Okami.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Is he a dog or a...
No, she's a wolf.
She's a wolf?
Yeah.
Okami. Best wolf in video games. Period. End of story.
Amaterasu is, I think, her actual name.
It's not Okami? What the hell's Okami?
I have no idea.
Common Voice is Big B Wolf from the Fables.
That's
I
him
don't know,
too.
I've never played Fables.
It's the big bad wolf.
Oh, from that Fables game. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alejandro Romero, have you guys ever played any of the Metal Slug games? If so, what do you think? Yo, Metal Slug is awesome.
I've actually... I played it, but it was a long time ago.
Metal Slug is very good. It's like a very cartoony Contra, just as hard. You can get a lot of them on the Switch, so go do that. Simone Steak says there's the Sonic Werewolf. Mute him. Mute him in the chat,
you're referring
admins.
to the Werehog.
The Werehog, yes.
Yes. I made a joke about... AJ put up some video about how Sonic Forces could ruin Sonic.
Yeah.
And one of his arguments is he talks crap about Sonic Unleashed. That's the game, right?
With the Werehog, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I just blanked.
Yeah.
And a lot of the comments are like, "Yo, that's just your opinion, man. That game's great, blah blah." And I commented, "Me and my Werehog waifu pillow have some choice words for you."
Sonic Unleashed is half a good game.
It's half an okay game. I don't know if I would say good.
Because the actual daytime Sonic stages where you're running through the levels like that, those are good. Those are fine.
Those are fine.
I mean, it's not Sonic Colors or Sonic Generations,
Exactly.
but like it was there. Like it was the stepping stone.
I think they're good in contrast to the garbage of the rest of the game, the Werehog stuff. But as a game, if it was just that stuff, I would say it's
if it was
fine.
just that stuff released for like $20 and download only, then it would have been
fine.
Yeah.
Thongmaster said people make money masturbating.
That's true.
He's right.
That is true.
You're right.
Megan Elizabeth, hey Bob, what's on your sock?
Donuts. Can I show it?
Is there anything they can't do?
My socks?
The donuts.
Oh, donuts?
That was a quote from Regular Simpsons, not Weeb Simpsons.
I got these really cool socks that are Mario and Bowser, and they flip inside out to be Mario and Bowser.
Oh, wow.
So like one side's Mario, one side's Bowser.
Yeah.
But I wear them alternate.
I was wearing my Dr. Robotnik socks yesterday.
Oh yeah, you have Dr. Robotnik.
I do.
socks.
I should wear them when you're wearing your Sonic socks, and we should just get into kicking matches.
Yeah, kicking matches.
Everybody's talking about wolves in the chat. The wolf boss from Ninja Gaiden 2. Somebody said the wolf from Rampage. Ralph, thank you, ZNN Gameplay. Star Wolf from Star Fox. Forgot about him.
Is he's Star Fox's dad?
No,
Is he the bad guy?
He's a bad guy.
Who's Star Fox's dad? Isn't he a wolf?
It's a fox.
I knew that.
I think it's James McLeod.
Oh. That's funny that his dad's a fox and his name isn't Fox.
Yeah.
Pigeon S says, doesn't Odyssey remind you of galaxy-like planets and kingdoms? Also Cappy and the star guy that helps you? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like it. Yeah. I mean, it's more along the lines of a 64 and a Sunshine.
Yeah.
So they continued from there.
Wolf O'Donnell is Star Wolf's name.
That's such a dumb name.
And his father is James McLeod.
All right. I think we're done here, Will.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think so.
Guys, Thank you for sticking through all this technical good.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for staying through this whole travesty of a live stream. As always, Wulff Den Live is every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, right here, youtube.com/Wulff Den.
Unless it's not.
Unless it's not, Twitch. Yeah. But do subscribe, and we promise next week it will not be anywhere near this bad. Or
I make zero promises.
Or just subscribe to us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play, and listen to us in audio format, where you won't even know that there were issues because we won't mention it at all. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more. And if you do subscribe to us there, make sure to rate us and review us because that helps us with placement on those respective stores.
I mean, I'll say that if you watch this in the archive, you're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
If you watch it live, it's your fault. Trying to watch this live. Don't forget, we're 5 sponsors away from me playing Mario plus Rabbids and being probably pissed the whole time.
When's the end date on that? Or is
there is no end date.
There's no end date. Oh, it's open-ended.
Yeah, it's open-ended. Well, we need to have 20 sponsors in total.
Right.
So when it goes to next month, we might lose sponsors because people might not re-up.
Yeah.
So we need 20 sponsors in total. Right now we have 15. So we need that extra 5. And you can sponsor at any time. You don't have to do it while we're live, but we'll give you a shout out if you do it while we're live. Right? I gotta double check now and make sure that nobody's sponsored and I just missed it because everything sucks now. Yeah, there's only 15 sponsors. I'd like to have it so that sponsors their chat messages come up, but it's a pain in the ass to set up. Well, yeah, backlogs come back again. Give us a couple weeks, and it's gonna come back in a really big way. Also, I'll be on Twitch in like a couple minutes. I guess no, I'll take a while to edit this episode, but
yeah.
Join me on Twitch.tv/Bob Wulff, won't you? All right, thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll see you all later. Goodbye.
Bye.